Since Homelander popped up on our screens back when The Boys Season 1 released, many people have been wondering who could beat him in a fight. Rather than talking about people in The Boys universe, fans are talking about other fictional characters. So stay tuned in today's video as we discuss what fictional characters fans think could defeat Homelander. First up, where did the idea originate? Before we get into who the fans think could actually beat Homelander in a fight, we're going to cover where this idea came from originally. Though it is a pretty new Twitter trend using memes from The Boys itself, the idea of who could beat up a superpowered character comes from Superman. For years now, the internet has been debating who could beat up the Man of Steel. There have been many jokes and many serious conversations about power versus power when it comes to this battle. It's an age-old question within the nerd fandom, but there have been a few big choices that have been taken seriously over time. One of these is Goku from Dragon Ball, more specifically Goku during the end of Dragon Ball Super. Over the last decade, these two have been paired up against one another as many believe that Goku would defeat Superman or the other way around. There was even a video released by popular YouTube channel Death Battle where they put Goku and Superman up against one another. During the video, they compared their strengths and weaknesses and put them in an all-out death battle. In the end, Superman came out on top and many Dragon Ball fans were completely annoyed with this result. The channel even threw in a round 2 where Goku got to use his brand new Ultra Instinct form, however he still lost to the all-powerful Man of Steel. So this is where the idea of Homelander versus all these fictional characters comes from, as Superman and Homelander are very similar in terms of strength. Anthony Starr himself spoke on the idea, referring to the meme culture based around Homelander at the moment. Quote, "I think the character's endgame is in direct odds and direct opposition with reality," Starr himself previously told us. "I think he would love to have a family, and I think it's all dressed up in fantasy. It's all wrapped up in fantasy, everything he really wants, and I think that if he ever got what he wanted, he wouldn't know how to stop. I think he needs to be pushing against something to have any sort of identity, and he really doesn't have much of an identity, so gotta help the world if he gets what he wants." Now we're going into the characters that fans think could beat Homelander whether they are serious or not. Don't worry, most of these are massive jokes by the fanbase. Number 1. SpongeBob SquarePants. One of the first massive tweets we saw about this entire Homelander situation was the idea of the entirety of Bikini Bottom fighting against Homelander. This then devolved into 500 million SpongeBob fighting against him in a war. Most of these memes used one Homelander clip from The Boys where he is breathing really heavily after getting out of a bad situation. This one tweet had around 12,000 likes within a few days. Number 2. Mario and Luigi. Whenever one of these who would win situation pops up on social media, two fictional characters are always brought into it. These of course are the Mario brothers. Both Mario and Luigi are always brought into fights like this as the fanbase loves to think about them stomping on the enemy's head. One tweet got over 17,000 likes, was based around Luigi showing up to Vought Tower to defeat Homelander. They used the no meme from The Punisher and everyone found it hilarious. What a funny one. Really though, could Luigi and Mario defeat Homelander? Let us know down in the comment section below. Number 3. Power Rangers. It's morphin' time! The Power Rangers have been placed up against Homelander in this viral tweet with over 10,000 likes. This tweet came about after some commented on power scalers. Power scalers are a group of people in the nerd fandom who try to state a character's power through numbers and feats. For example, Superman can destroy a planet, but Homelander has not been shown to do that. Therefore, Superman is stronger. So in terms of feats, even something like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers would defeat Homelander with ease. What a great way to say he would lose. This tweet was also paired with a viral video of a Joker cosplayer being thrown around. Number 4. Paw Patrol. In the same thread of the Power Rangers tweet, we saw someone joking about how the Paw Patrol would be able to destroy Homelander. Using the "it ain't easy" meme, they perfectly showed how Homelander would react to fighting those vicious hounds. It really would be Paw Patrol Dawn of Justice if this happened on screen. This one might be the biggest joke of them all, but it's super interesting to talk about. Could the Paw Patrol really beat Homelander? Let us know down in the comment section below. Now our final few are the more serious ones, as they have the best likelihood of defeating someone as strong as Homelander. Number 5. Omni-Man. Omni-Man is the next character that many fans believe could destroy Homelander in a fight. The discourse around this popped up around the time The Boys began to air on Amazon Prime a few years ago. Before The Boys started, Amazon had an animated series by the name of Invincible. This series was very similar to The Boys, as it had superheroes not only doing the greatest things, it was another social commentary on the world of superheroes, and how they act in a superpowered world. The main character and bad guy of this series was Omni-Man, who in the end was very similar to Homelander. This is where the discourse between the two fighting popped up on social media, and ever since then, fans have been wondering who would actually win the match. The safest way to talk about a thing like this is through power scaling, as we have mentioned earlier. With this idea in mind, fans look at the feats of both characters. They referred back to the comics of Invincible and later issues of The Boys. Here is where they found out who would actually win. Because of how popular the discourse around this bout was, Death Battle took it upon themselves to animate a fight between the two. In this match, we got to see both characters go full force against one another. However, Omni-Man came out on top. As we will see later on, Homelander just doesn't have the feats of those other characters. This means it's hard to compare his strength to another. Finally, number 6, Son Goku from Dragon Ball Z / Super. The final character we're going to talk about on the list is one of the characters that started it all. Despite Superman being the one everyone talks about, Goku is the character people always say could win. So to end off this video, we're going to talk about the fun discourse around Son Goku versus Homelander. During many people's discourse about who Goku could beat in a fight, many have decided that he would be on par with Superman or slightly weaker. Because of the feats that both characters have achieved, Superman usually comes out on top. However, he doesn't come out on top by much, meaning that Goku is incredibly strong compared to him. Now to look at someone like Homelander, as Goku would mop the floor with him. Though this entire conversation is based around Homelander's fight against other fictional characters, many of the threads on Twitter are about how Homelander would be destroyed by most of them. Goku is easily one of the strongest fictional characters that people put up against Homelander, and it would be an easy match for him. Goku's feats are way above Homelander, and the fact that he can easily fight against Superman means that he would destroy him as well. Despite Homelander and Superman being pretty similar in design, Superman is a far stronger character from what we have seen. As we have mentioned before, the problem with power scaling Homelander is that we haven't seen enough of his powers. A lot of these characters deal without outer space and planets, which is something we haven't seen the boys venture into just yet. Hopefully in later seasons we will get to see some of the intergalactic characters from the comic books. If we do get to see this, maybe Homelander could have some better feats to fight against the characters with. If he destroys a planet with one laser beam, then we might be talking about a different fight against some of these characters we've mentioned today. Please let us know down in the comment section below if you agree with our thoughts on Homelander and these characters. If not, tell us how Homelander would win. And that is the end of today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comment section below? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thanks for watching today's video. Bye!